Teofimo Lopez wins the wide unanimous decision against Steve Claggett. My first takeaway is Teo's power didn't carry to 140 pounds. So now that he's settled into the class, he has what? 1, 2, 3, about 4 to 5 fights at 140 pounds. And tonight he was throwing the kitchen sink at Claggett. And mind you, Claggett's a tough kid, but he was landing flush shots. I mean, he was really sitting down on these shots and letting them rip. And nothing. At 135 pounds, he was arguably the most explosive puncher at that point in time. I don't think Tank was there yet, or Tank had just gotten there. So it either been him and Tank, but he was arguably one of the most explosive punchers. But then he gets to 140 pounds, and you can definitely see that while it's respectable and while it's still dangerous, like you just can't walk forward, just irresponsibly, you can take his shots. Like he's having trouble putting down the bigger man. And today Claggett really pushed the pace, and Claggett is definitely not a big puncher. You can see, where his deficiencies lies, right? He can't really get his head off the line. I mean, he was a sitting duck for Teo's counters. And while Teo countered beautifully, and he slipped a lot of those shots, if Claggett was a guy with more power, then this could have been a lot tougher night. Now, if it was a fist, we all be drunk. But the reality is, looking at like fights against like Isaac Cruz, it makes you look at him differently, because I thought that a guy like Teofimo Lopez would dominate Isaac. And maybe people wouldn't agree, but now I look at that fight completely different. I think Isaac will have a lot of success against Teofimo Lopez. I'm not sure he's getting better, but Teofimo has the tendency to, fight down to his competition. This could just be a situation where, he was in there with a guy that he didn't have to look spectacular with, because he didn't. He looked solid, but not spectacular. He has glaring deficiencies, but glaring talent. Athletically, he is still explosive. While not packing the punch, the shit still comes out with A1 speed, and it's sharp. And so he's still a dangerous fight for all the guys at 140 pounds, and he's capable of beating everybody at 140 pounds. Let me know in the comments, who do you want to see him fight next?